Wednesday. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. My name is Joanne. I am the Director of Marketing here at Legendary Marketer. And I am pumped to be here. I've been excited all morning for this interview. And I'm so excited to connect with all of you. So if you are logging in, be sure to say good morning, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. Hello. Give me some emojis. Let us know how you're feeling today, all of that good stuff. And if you would like to get notified when we go live every morning, you can text the letters WUL to 813-296-8553. We'll text you right after we go live a link directly to the feed, and you can hop on and join us and never miss an episode. Without further ado, let me welcome our amazing guest that we have today. Allison, welcome to the show.
Hi, how's it going? Happy to be here.
Oh, I'm doing well. I was reading about everything, a little bit about you, checking out your TikTok and all of that good stuff. And I'm super pumped. So tell all of us where you were, that you were even found Legendary. Did you stumble on it? Were you looking for something? Give us like your backstory.
Sure. So, as many are, I was scrolling through Instagram and I came across Camilla Markson's Instagram post. So, like most people, I followed her for a few months, kind of just watching and following along. And eventually I dove into it and did the 15-day challenge. And that's kind of how I came across it and decided to give it a go.
Awesome. Did you hop in and dive in right away? Did you take it slow through the challenge? How did you feel when you first joined? Like when you first grabbed it, where were you at?
Yeah, so I was very fired up. I went through the first few days pretty quickly. And then as many, other mothers are, I just had chaos hit. We had COVID, illnesses during the summer. We went on vacation. So it delayed a little bit. So when I started in August, I didn't end up finishing it until probably mid-October because of chaos of starting school and all. So it took me some time, but I did eventually get through it and move forward. So I'm really excited that I did.
Yeah. All right. So chaos at home. How many kids do you have?
I have 3 kids, and we are expecting a 4th this year in the summer. So very excited. A lot of changes, and today is actually my youngest first birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday. That's awesome. So we're definitely busy, and I'm assuming, but please share with us.
Mhm.
You had to figure out how to juggle the new schedule, right?
Yes.
Of bringing this in, of just learning first. How did you finally get into the rhythm to complete the challenge even and into your schedule?
Sure. Yeah. So I did a lot during nap times. My oldest is in school full time. My middle's in school 3 days a week, and my youngest is home with me. So nap times, evenings after they all went to bed, weekends, I got through it that way. So it is hard to juggle it, but between that and I do work part-time as well, I was able to fit it in, and it's not, they're quick days that you're doing the challenge. So I was able to fortunately throw it in there once I got in a groove.
Right. Okay, cool. So we finally get through the challenge and you started posting. Did you start in the middle of the challenge? Did you wait till the end? Did you dive in? Couldn't wait to make videos? How did you feel about all of that?
So making the videos is super awkward at first. But yeah, no, so I waited till I got through the challenge, and the end of the challenge you can get through pretty quickly. But I waited till the end of that. I kind of did some research and made sure all the social media accounts that I was looking to have my name be were all available before doing all that. So I did get everything set up in the background before actually doing my official post in early November.
Okay. Perfect. Did that part come easy to you, the tech side?
The tech side, yes. Yeah, I have a background in operations, administrative, and a lot of technical support. So that wasn't too terrible. But the videos and instructional videos that you all share with the challenge, definitely make it easy.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. I love it. So how did your partner feel about this?
So currently he doesn't know, which is really funny. I did.
Okay, so we have a secret business.
Yes, it's funny. I mean, I definitely talked about it, and he was pretty skeptical. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And I work from home already, so that's kind of my goal. Is I can't wait till I finally get to that point to be like, hey, surprise! Look what I've been doing. So he's definitely skeptical. He supports me all the time, but I kind of want it to be a little bit of a surprise. Like, look what I did. So when the time comes, I'll definitely share how that experience was with him.
Okay, okay. So definitely we're all about, supportive spouses and all of that. But at the same time, if you feel like that's a boundary you need to have right now, but like Jay says, he's like husband of the year when it comes to this. Like he's just the living example. He's like, get him involved. He'll
Yeah.
love it. He'll want to help. But
I know. It's only a matter of time because I know, once I actually show him everything, he'll be super pumped for me and probably want to be on board too. So eventually the time will come.
yeah, definitely. Well, I'm excited for that day, and you'll have to come back and let us know how that was, how that went.
Yeah.
We have like already a to be continued down the
Exactly. I
line.
know.
I
It's
want to
gonna
know
be
how that went.
right. It's gonna
Sure,
be funny.
right?
I'll make sure I get it on video.
Okay, so how do you walk us through a week? Because you have a part-time job, you have 3 kids, you're dealing with morning sickness,
Yes.
and and you're still pumping out content. So
Trying. Recently I have been pretty bad about it, unfortunately, because I swore when I started this, consistency was going to be my word. But yeah, this go around, my 4th time being pregnant, has been a little bit rough in the last few weeks. But aside from that, my day typically, I do drop off since I am at home, and I fortunately do work from home already before starting this. I do drop off, and then I typically come home. It's nap time, so that's a big 2 to 3 hour chunk where I do get a lot of my work done, and that's where I found is the best time to do content. But from what I've been told and from others who are doing it, who shared their experiences, I swear anything is content. Driving down the road, doing your makeup, brushing your teeth, anything, you can take a video and put some words on there. So yeah, so then they're in school, I come home, I get work done, they're taking naps, and then after, it's kind of just the chaos of having children at home during dinner time. But it tends to be during the morning, during naps, and then in the late evenings that I do most of my content and juggling that way. But we are finally into the sports era of my oldest. So I do coach her for basketball and lacrosse. So, with the chaotic schedule, you can fit it in somewhere if you're willing to do it.
that's a whole other can of worms if you're coaching as well, because I know how that goes. I know how lacrosse is all by itself.
Yep.
That's definitely a sport we've been a part of in our
Oh,
family, in
nice.
our house. I think that's the best youth sport, by the way. It's my favorite as a mom. How about that?
Yeah, it's fun. I love it. I played lacrosse and basketball growing up. Basketball was always my favorite, but I was definitely better at lacrosse. So I did end up playing in college at lacrosse. But I love coaching in general. So now that my oldest, is of age, it's so much fun to coach her for all her sports.
Awesome. Love it. Love it. So there's something that you mentioned really briefly that I want to go into a little bit more. With just making content, and that you found it easy and filming. But in the beginning, this is where a lot of our members really struggle, because they're comparing themselves, they're looking at other affiliates they know that are just further on down in the journey. They're in a different stage of their strategy. So what did you do when starting out to really create content? How did you plan it? What did you put out that really helped grow your audience?
Sure. So in the beginning, and if you were to scroll all the way to my initial videos when I first started, I think most of mine are maybe a picture of me, but have all the words covering my face, so you can't see me at all. Right. I'm not talking at all. It definitely took probably until the last month and a half where I actually spoke on it. But it was definitely just a video of me with words all over my face. And then as the weeks, went on, I kind of took that off and at least had the time delay for the words going across. So it's definitely super awkward and uncomfortable, and totally got secondhand embarrassment on the first ones. But I
Right.
feel like you finally just hit that point like a month in where you just have that F this mentality, like whatever,
Mhm.
like if this is gonna help me reach my goal, who cares? Like I'll embarrass myself, whatever. So yeah, and then it was finally I started talking, and it's definitely really weird. And you're like, ew, I hate my voice. This is so funny yet embarrassing.
Mhm.
But yeah, I feel like you just get comfortable with it as each one goes on, each one you post, you just get more and more comfortable with posting it.
What topics did you talk about a lot at the start?
I think it was more informative at the start because obviously you don't have much success or really commissions coming in. So it's more about, what it is, being informative and telling, the success of others, and that being consistent and staying with it, really will show you that it works down the road.
Right. I think there's this hang up that when we're starting out, we label ourselves a newbie,
Hmm.
but that also puts us in a hole that we don't have something to offer someone else. But just going through the challenge, you're in a different place than someone that's just scrolling on Instagram or
Right.
scrolling through TikTok that
Hmm.
doesn't know about this. You've already on day 3, you're learning about funnels, you're learning new language, new vocab, new
Yeah.
everything. Day 4, you're learning all about mindset and maybe where there's some areas where you can adjust your mindset and
Hmm.
make those changes and tweaks, and you start making those changes.
Hmm.
And then those are all pieces you now can share with your audience
Absolutely.
that someone else can benefit from because they don't have that information yet. So it's not always about money.
Right.
Everyone gets hung up. I can't do content unless I can post money.
Right.
No, most likely it's going to get taken down, and
Yeah.
people go, "Why was my video flagged?" Because you
Yep.
posted money in it.
Hmm.
Um, so
Been there.
people don't want necessarily, they want to see your journey.
Hmm.
They want to see a result of a different life, a different daily life, not necessarily money.
Hmm.
They want to see, oh, you have time to coach 2 sports with your kids instead of having to work overtime,
Right.
right? There's those different, you get to have new choices and you get to share those new choices. That's really where you start out, is remembering and having and believing in yourself, have the self confidence. I'm learning something,
Hmm.
and I know something more than someone else out there in this. And that's what you share. There's
Yep.
always someone just behind you, and you just can't compare yourself to somebody that's a few steps ahead. It'll shut you down.
Absolutely. And that's definitely what I tried to focus on. You obviously have a lot of affiliate marketers out there who do have crazy successful stories from the beginning, from the first week. And that would be ideal, but the reality of
Right.
it is that's not the case for everyone. So I try to keep that in the back of my mind where, I may not have that from day one or from the first week, but if I can stick to it and as I wrote before, have those short-term goals, that then the long term will fall right into place if I stick with it.
Yeah, definitely. I love it. And it all comes back. Stick with it. If you really listen to all, it's all about consistency. It's that simple, but
Mhm.
it's just not easy, right? So it's
It's very
almost
true.
like changing a habit. It
Mhm.
is changing a habit, not almost. It's changing habits. It's
Mhm.
changing your schedule. What do you think helped you? I know it's a little hard right now. You're still struggling. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But what helps you the most stay consistent?
I find when I do my content the same time of day and not just, creating content for just that day, but if I can get a 2-hour period of kind of just pumping out a bunch of content and I have it saved in my drafts, then I'll stick with it throughout that whole week is that same time of day. I'll then create the content for the whole day, get everything ready to go, and then be able to post it the certain times a day that I'm looking to. So everything is pretty much set and ready to go. It's just the posting portion of it, that I set alarms for throughout the day.
Right? I think that's the best way. Batch it
Mhm.
up and have a set time. This is when I'm going to create content.
Mhm.
And at the same time, create a bunch of B roll. that when you get an idea randomly, you can just throw some text on and post it and be done.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
You already have the video ready to roll.
it's so true. And I think in the beginning too, the music is great. And before you have like the 1,000 followers, you have so much music you can pick from. So I feel like a lot of my early on posts were definitely just music that I liked. It was also, I feel like a lot of movie quotes. I love comedy, and I really like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. So I definitely did a lot of funnier movie quotes from back then. So I tried to make it funny initially, to get followers and to get people to follow my all of my posts.
But that's the point, is you're showcasing your personality. These are things I love. These are things that make me laugh. And I want to build a community that feels the same way about them.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then it builds the trust. You're building the relationship. Nobody wants to be like, hey, buy this, link in bio, peace. Yeah. Right. They want to know what else is there that's going on. There has to be more substance when it's you, your face, your name on screen. You're building a personal brand, and you got to get a little personal when you're doing that.
Absolutely. And I think it's less awkward and less embarrassing when you make it funny.
Right. You might as well enjoy it, right? It shouldn't be miserable.
Right. I can make fun of myself. All good.
Have you gone live yet?
I have not. That's definitely next in the game once I actually am past this first trimester here.
Right. You don't want to have, a bout of morning sickness while you're alive. That might be, a little interesting, really keeping it real.
Give me a minute. Yes, very, very, very true. And as I'm sure everyone else is right now, the winter has just crushed us. So between myself being sick, I feel like we go 12 hours maybe a day with one of my kids not sick. And then here we go again. The cycle continues. So I have one sick upstairs, one napping. It's constant. I'm ready for warm weather now.
Right. I think it's just, everyone's just catching everything right now.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. So when will you feel ready to share this with your spouse? Do you think? What's holding you back there?
I know. I don't want to put like a number on it or anything, but I'm hoping comes summertime, like the kids will be done school. We'll, be a few months away from having our fourth. That I think is my goal here.
Okay. I definitely really encourage you to share this with your loved ones as you're growing.
He's gonna crack up. He's gonna be like, "You're crazy!" Like my best friend knows I'm doing it. My sister, and they're all about it. I'm like, "Oh my god, check this post out! So embarrassing, but it's really funny." And they're all for it, and they're cracking up because they're like, "I can't wait till you finally tell him."
Okay, so you make a video. You totally share it with your friends and your sister and say, this is so embarrassing, and you still hit post, right?
Oh yeah, whatever. I mean, maybe it's just a mom thing, a parent thing. I feel like you just get to the point you're just like, I embarrass myself singing to my kids during the day in front of people, like whatever.
Right? But that's where people get hung up.
Which
they go, oh, that's embarrassing, and they don't post it.
Yeah. I feel like the best way to get past it is like, just make fun of yourself. Like who cares? It's funny. Like if you just have to be light with it and just laugh.
Right. It's just not life or death. It's not the end of the world. Like someone shared it. It's no one's searching you out to go, oh, did you see that video they posted 4 weeks ago? And
if so, I've probably already laughed about it myself.
Right. I think during one interview, I really love this advice. They actually don't even rewatch their videos before they post them because they'll find something wrong. And we do. We are our biggest critic.
Right.
It's so hard on ourselves. They just create and post and let it happen. Sometimes the volume wasn't on, didn't matter, still performed.
Yep. Love it.
Tomorrow's a new day.
Exactly. I mean, it is what it is, whatever.
Right? You just post and go, and look at the numbers. What are the views? What's my audience telling me? What can I change? Right. What can I adjust? What can I try different? And sometimes Like even with looking at people that are in blueprints and our live trainings every day that are sharing their accounts and looking at their content.
Right.
Sometimes it's just doing the same piece, but testing different hooks at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like the video's fine. We just need a different hook in the first 3 seconds. That's
Right.
it.
Right.
So take the same video and just add in a new.
It's so true. I would do that, and at the beginning you're like, yeah, I don't really know what to do. I mean, obviously I want to be informative, but I don't really know how to go about it or what music to pick. Sorry, my middle just came down here if you hear her going for
Oh,
chips.
no, you're good.
But I feel like by following other affiliate marketers, you kind of get the vibe that they're going for, and you can see their success and what they're posting. So, you're obviously not doing it word for word exactly what they're doing. You're kind of putting a little spin on it, of what you would do, but you get an idea of the information that people are enjoying and what they like, and giving it a little bit of your own touch. So if you're not sure of what to post, look at other people's posts and see what they're having success with, and then put your own spin on it.
Yeah, and see how they made it their own.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that own spin. We keep saying, put your own spin on it, but
Mm-hmm.
I think people really struggle with that. But it's look deeper into why they said it.
Right.
What was the goal there? Who was their audience, and then make it go to your audience, your product, whatever it is that you are promoting. If you're in travel or relationships or in the wealth niche, it's just look at who do you want specifically and make those tiny adjustments and then make it to you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so what is in your busy life, your next set of goals for yourself in your business, your next small goals that you have? Because that's really key, is little goals along the way. What's next for you on the list?
Well, I definitely need to get back to being consistent. So hopefully this week and next week that starts to pick up. Definitely that going live is next. And then I do want to start branching out and doing affiliate marketing for other companies. So I really have only been focusing on this. I kind of wanted to get my feet wet and get it set in stone moving forward. And so I am looking to kind of branch out and see what other businesses that I can start affiliate marketing for too.
Awesome. I love that. I definitely agree. When you're first starting out, pick one product, whatever it may be, and go through all the hoops with that one, make it work. And then the next one that you do, even if it's in a totally different niche, the next one, you just are armed with more knowledge, information, and can get it rolling a lot quicker.
Exactly. And you've already done it once. It's just going through the process again.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. Very cool. All right. Are you nervous about going live?
Not really. I feel like now that I'm past the making a video of me talking, I feel like it's kind of the same. I mean, obviously people can come in there and comment, but I feel like when in doubt, I just laugh.
Do you have negative comments that happen a lot, or like trolls in content, or not so much?
Not so much. I feel like most of the posts that come in that are just not, I wouldn't even say not positive, are just your typical ones that come in where people are promoting it, which is going to then give you more views anyway. So, when I initially saw it, I was like, who is this person? And I deleted it. And then the more it came and I looked into it into other affiliate marketers, then I understood it. So that's really it. I haven't really had too many negative comments. And I mean, if they come in, it is what it is. I'll just ignore them.
Yeah, definitely. So you're on TikTok, correct?
I am.
And then you also have an IG. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you like better?
I definitely like TikTok, and then I turn around and share the same thing on Instagram. But as many others have gone through, my account was just recently suspended, so it took a few days. So I think I'm at that point now too, where I'll probably create another one kind of as a backup to get more views. So I finally have reached that point. So I think I'm going to do another one or two just in case that happens, I still have these other ones rolling.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and it's funny how people, it's great how people have their favorite platform.
Mhm.
And it just doesn't matter where you start. Pick the one you love the most
Right. Right.
and then branch out,
Mhm.
right?
It's very true. And TikTok, I swear, is so motivating between all the cleaning TikToks and organizing. I'm like, man, I'm loving this.
Oh, you're on clean talk, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If only now it would share into my house once I feel better.
Right? Okay, so that honestly, guys, listen to that. That's a really nice little golden nugget. If you are marketing to moms, where else are moms at on
Mhm.
TikTok? They're looking at cleaning videos, maybe.
Yep.
I probably am not. I'm not that mom. I always joke with my husband, the vacuum doesn't fit in my hand. Um,
I love
but
it.
looking at where the the audience you're trying to reach, what are their other interests? Then diving into those hashtags, diving into those content, those pieces of content, and tying that into your own to be able to grab them and get your content on their
Mhm.
preview page, right?
Yep.
Get onto their explore page, all of that. Um, Stop using hashtag affiliate marketing. Nobody's searching for that except other affiliate marketers that are
Exactly.
researching.
Mhm.
So you're not going to grab your audience.
Mhm.
Nobody's searching TikTok affiliate marketing. Um, they're looking for other ways. So you've got to be able to grab them with great content and
Mhm.
value with interests beyond just making money.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Mhm. Absolutely. Not only, I mean, obviously the money is fantastic because it, allows you to free up and have more time and you're it's just different. But I think for me, it's the time. It's knowing that down the road when I reach these goals that it's going to give me more time, which is what I want. When I graduated, I was looking for a job and all that, but it's just so different once you become a parent that your goals, at least for myself, change slightly. And I just want to spend more time with my kids before they flee the nest.
Right? Oh, and that's your content right
Mhm.
there. That's
Right?
your real why. There's
Mhm.
always a deeper why.
Yeah.
And that's a huge one. And there's a lot, if your audience is moms, like it is, I
Mhm.
believe, for you,
Mhm.
that's a huge one. That's what moms want to see. They want that opportunity.
Right.
If they can have more time with their kids, awesome. How do I do that? How do I make
Mhm.
that happen? What does that look like? And that's the type of content you then show them and display. And you don't need to be rolling in 6 7 figures to be able to display that,
Right.
right? Yeah, very cool. So what would you say to somebody in the challenge right now at the beginning?
Um, I would say obviously consistency, like I said before, knowing that, I mean, although like I said, it's ideal for you to reach, those figures right at the beginning, that might not be the case. So instead of setting yourself up, think of short-term goals. I think that's what I initially did. I went through the challenge. I'm like, okay, let's get through day one, then day two, review what, I've learned so far, meet with the advisor, which is just amazing in itself, and go through the process. So then I can set up my goals, which you do in the challenge. You set my goals for, what's the purpose, what I want to do moving forward. And I think having short-term goals is what kept me motivated to continue to move forward. So
Mhm.
after finishing the challenge, I was like, okay, first and foremost, let's get, all the pages, the social media accounts that I want, to make sure that they're not taken on one versus the other. So I definitely did that. I actually did already have an LLC. So when I met with the attorney that you all had provided, that kind of, I was able to use that one. Fortunately, that was already all set up. But I
Cool.
feel like, having short-term goals, so setting that, and then, first and foremost, finally getting that post after you have, your funnels all set up and your email autoresponder, and just, okay, my goal for the first week is to, I mean, it was crazy, but I was like, I want to post 8 to 10 videos a day. So that way I can get a bunch of videos under my name. Cause you think if you get to someone's
Right.
account and they have like 10 posts, I'm just like, yeah, maybe they don't really know what they're talking about.
Right.
And then I feel like, after that first week, it was then between 4 and 6 posts a day for that full month. And I was really consistent with it. And as you can see, as the videos go along from my first one till now, they definitely evolve and change over time. And I'm definitely more confident. So having those short-term goals, doing the posts, and then it was, my next goal after that first week was trying to get to 1,000 followers. So, I mean, that was my goal. And I just knew with the views and the followers from my post that I just needed to consistently post to get to that point so I could post my link.
Wow. There was a lot of nuggets in that little statement, guys. It was a lot of content. Yes, I know some people are like, whoa, that's a lot of content.
It was. I had to get in the mindset, like, we're doing this.
That's it all. Like, I got 45 minutes right now. I'm going to make 6 10-second videos. They don't need to be these big productions.
Right. And I think that's what you need to focus on, the 10-second videos. Because at the beginning, that's all I did. I didn't do the 3-minute long ones talking, but like 10 seconds, like it could be the same video, just different words on it.
Right. Exactly. It just changed even the same theme, just change, like I said, change the hook, change the order, try, add in different call to actions. Be sure to comment. Let me know XYZ, how you feel about this. Be sure to hit that like button.
Right.
And when you do the call to action, sometimes it's good to try a hook, call to action, and then the value piece, because then you have that call to action even sooner in the video.
Right.
And I totally agree. Shorter videos, just so you get those analytics of, hey, somebody just watched 8 seconds of a 10-second video instead of 8 seconds of a 30 or 60-second video.
Right.
The percent of watch time difference that suddenly happens, like go into those 15-second videos, make them do the shorter ones, let them loop all day long. Especially when starting out, and just get that content out. I love it. Pump that page when it's new.
I know it seemed crazy, but I was like, I have to do it. I got to get content on my page.
Right. And that's the best way. And it doesn't need to take like 8 hours. Just a little chunk. Don't look for perfect.
Right.
Get some clips, throw some text on. If you're comfortable talking, do that. Add the captions. Always add the captions, guys.
Yes.
And focus on those hooks all day long. Focus on those first 3 seconds of how you're
and I do recommend saving your captions, whether it's in your notes page or what, because you'll see the ones that start working. You can then use those same ones for a different picture, a different post that you're going to do.
Ooh, that is a great tip. So where do you save all of your text on screen and captions?
Right in my notes section on my phone.
And then you just go and grab.
Yep, copy paste.
You're just building content, and even if you're sitting there before a practice or waiting at school pickup.
That's a revolving one, the school pickup.
Phrase in here that I can add when I film tomorrow. Right? And you already have stuff building and growing, and I love it. So many great tips. I really appreciate it. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on today, Allison.
Absolutely.
Love having you on. Everyone, please go give Allison a follow on TikTok and Instagram at Make Money with Allie. Allie is how she spells it at the end. So Make Money with Allie on TikTok and Instagram. It is the same handle on both. So you'll be able, there's no spaces, dashes, none of that. So it's just straight through Make Money with Allie. Thanks again for coming on the show. And you definitely need to come back and give us an update. Okay.
I will.
All right. Awesome. Take care.
Bye.
All right, everyone. Wow. So many nuggets about content when starting out. Definitely, if you missed anything, go back, rewatch it, start writing down all your ideas and start pumping out that content. You can do this even though you are a beginner. You still have something to share. You have gifts to share. Go out and share them. If you want to be on the show and featured, I saw that question earlier. You can go to legendarymarketer.com/featured. Fill out the form. No matter what niche you're in, whatever products you're promoting, we want to feature you if you have a growing, building, booming business. We would love to have you on the show. So fill out this form here. And as always, stay legendary, and I will see everyone tomorrow.